Greetings, YouTube. Today I thought I'd try something light and interactive. So I have a couple of questions for the gamers, the geeks, and the nerds of YouTube. Question number 1. If you were the main character, what fictional world or universe would you like to be in, and what role would you play? And by fictional universe, I mean TV shows, movies, books, role-playing game settings, anything. If it's fictional, you can pick it as your fictional universe, and you can pick the role that you would play in that setting. Question 2. If you were transported into a fictional world, what world would you pick? It would just be you, nothing else. The person that's watching this movie would be transported. Where would you want to go? Alright, so think about that for a moment. I'm going to give you my answers. To the first question, if I could go into a fictional universe as a main character or a player character, I would pick the Star Wars Saga role-playing game setting. And I would choose to be a Force adept, light side, but not a Jedi. I like the idea of using the Force, using a lightsaber, uber cool, but I don't really like the Jedi code a whole lot. It never bothered me in the actual Star Wars movies, but when they made the silly prequels, I discovered that I just didn't like the code that the Jedi's lived by. I thought it was kind of silly. So I figure I would base myself on an original code, or maybe find one from one of the source books out there that fits my needs. I would also try to emphasize my Force abilities around the idea of mobility, leaping, jumping, maybe even flying at high levels, that kind of thing. Answer number 2. If I found myself in a fictional universe, which one would I choose? And I would pick the Star Trek universe. Probably something post-Voyager. The standard of living for even a person that is completely unemployed in that universe is really high. You never have to worry about housing or food or your education. And since I would be coming from my time frame into theirs, I could probably make a nice living teaching history at some kind of college somewhere. Maybe even I could do a tour, get to visit some of the outlying planets, go visit Vulcan and some of the other places. It would be really kind of cool to get to see them and do it on someone else's dime. And quite frankly, unless you try to find danger in the Star Trek universe, your life can be pretty mundane, and I like that idea. High standard of living, possibly making a decent living as being myself, and, living a really long time without having to worry about the cost of anything. So yeah, it's kind of the ultimate dirty, filthy, liberal, progressive, socialist pipe dream. So, what are your answers to these two questions? Video responses are, of course, always welcome, but comments are gladly taken.